Good morning, guys. It is about
9:40.
9:40 on the Monday, the 16th of November. Um, today we are going to show you how to make a walker bag. We made a completed one last week. We'll put the pictures in with that, but this shows you from beginning to end how to make one. So the first thing we did was we took our fabric and we bought this at Hobby Lobby on the clearance rack last week. You can buy your fabric wherever you wish. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So we made about they gave us about 2 yards. So we are going to make 2 walker bags out of this fabric. It takes about a yard a bag. If you want to do this on the sewing machine, you certainly can. We can't do that yet because Jade's never used one and we don't want to mess this up as it is going to a hospice.
Yes.
So what do we do first, Dave?
So we cut the fabric 14 inches by 43 inches.
And like I said, we don't want to mess it up because it is going to a hospice.
Yes.
If it were just staying with me, to be on my chair like it was originally supposed to, we wouldn't care.
Right.
But since it is for my job, we do care.
Yeah. So 14 inches by 43 inches, and you cut 2 pieces of fabric. They could be the same, they could be different, and then you put them face to face. So the front of the fabric, you put them face to face and align them together. And now we're going to start pinning.
Here.
Yep.
And now we're going to start pinning.
Mhm.
So our pins will go in, and these won't be taken out until we start sewing them together. Like I said, you can hand sew or use a machine. So that we have each option. She's going to learn how to use a machine when she goes to Iowa.
Yep.
For Thanksgiving, so we have options. We like hand sewing too because I can help a little more with that. But again, we want options.
Yep.
So Jane's gonna learn.
That's right.
So we're just gonna show you how to pin this,
Mhm.
and then we're gonna time lapse the rest of this.
Yeah.
So we can.
And so when you're pinning, you want to do maybe about 1/4 of an inch away from 1/4 to 1/2 an inch. I'd say probably 1/4 to 1/2 an inch away from the edge, and you want to just pin through the middle or through. So find a spot, pin it, just like that. It's really simple, really quick, but you want to make sure you have both pieces pinned together, and you do that all the way around the outside except for 6 inches on one side, so you can turn the fabric inside out
And
once you
we'll show you that part when it comes to it.
Right.
So I will help her with the pinning, and we will talk to you guys shortly.
Yeah, thank you.
Bye. Guys, so now as you can see, our pieces of fabric are all pinned together.
Yep.
And now we are going to start sewing. So, okay, what do we do here?
So we have everything pinned except for 6 inches, about 6 to 8 inches on the corner.
And that will be used later on in the process.
Yep.
So maybe not today, maybe on Wednesday, but we'll have to see.
Yeah. And so now we have cut off a pretty big, pretty long thing of thread and put it through the needle and we did a double knot here so it'll stick in the end, and then we're just going to start sewing, and we're going to do a double stitch. It's more durable because it's going on walkers. Right, so it's gonna have pockets when we're finished, so that way when they start throwing things in the pockets,
it doesn't collapse.
Right, exactly.
The other thing that I didn't know before, I took the strum and I found out with Serena, is you always want to make sure the color of your thread matches the project you're doing.
That's right.
Regardless if you're hand sewing or using a sewing machine.
Yep.
Because otherwise people can see the thread, and you may not always want that.
Right.
So we are using white thread, but again, you can use whatever color thread your fabric is. So we're gonna go ahead and time lapse this.
Yep.
And we will put up, and this vlog may not go up today, you guys. This vlog may go up Wednesday.
Yeah.
Because we want to complete the walker. We want to show you guys all the steps to complete a walker bag.
Yeah.
So,
we'll see you in a second.
See you in a second. of November, Monday. So we finished the back of this.
Mhm.
And so as you can see, it's very durable. What did we do to the first thing?
We did so double stitching all the way around, but then we also just did 2 layers of the double stitching on the corners.
So that the corners don't part with another fall apart with the people things in it.
Yep.
So now we're going to show you how we're going to flip it inside out.
Yeah. So the 6 inches that you didn't sew on the one corner, you're going to use that to gently pull the rest of the fabric inside out. You're going to reach all the way to the end, kind of like a pillowcase.
Or like a huge
Sock.
stocking like you would
Yep.
for Christmas.
Yeah. Corey says it looks like a sock. I agree with
I say it looks like a sock, but or a stocking like you get for Christmas.
Yeah. So then you just turn it inside out, and then you're gonna go to the corners and make sure that they pull all the way through. So there's not any, you want the corners to be as square as you can get them, but so like
And
this.
see, before we started these a week ago, did we start a week ago?
Yeah, we started about a week ago.
Before we started this a week ago, did you have any sewing experience whatsoever?
0.
So she had zero sewing experience.
Mhm.
I had very little before I started, if any, before I started this job.
Yep.
So I did some sewing with Serena, but that was all I did. And how do you find this project, Miss Jade?
I think it's pretty fun. It's a good thing to know how to do,
So
just in
it's-
case.
It is fun.
Yeah.
And a good thing right now because you may not be able to go after you're home because of COVID or whatever.
Mhm.
Like right now, I'm only allowed to work at the zoo once a week.
Yep.
Outside of my normal work hours. So, it is something that keeps you occupied. So now we're gonna make a start on the front. We're not gonna finish at the front today because she's got to leave right at 4 where ordinarily she doesn't. So we're gonna make a start, but we're not gonna finish. So that'll be in the second video.
Yeah.
So there's a part 2 of this that'll be up. That'll be shot on Wednesday.
Yes.
And
so now when we flipped it inside out, so you still have this corner that's open. So now you're just gonna do some sewing kind of in between. And you can also do it on the outside because you can make this part so that way it doesn't show when you flip it to make the pockets.
and also, my mother has been asking me how long I have to make these. These were asked to be made of me several weeks before Jade came. Serena got too sick and couldn't come much right before Jade came. So she couldn't help me with them. So Jade had to take over. So we've just done 2 in 2 weeks. But we'll do them, and I want to get a good stock to them before Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't have a time limit at least, but I do want to get a couple done before they think I forgot about them. So we flipped it inside out, and as you can see, ours has zebras on it and cheetahs and things.
Yeah.
Yours doesn't have to do that. It can be solid color or print or whatever you wish. I just go with what's on clearance because it's cheaper
Yep.
than Hobby Lobby. So, and I said this before, but it takes about a yard a bag. So, it's relatively not hard and it doesn't take a lot of fabrics.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go ahead and sew these corners. And we'll let you guys see us do one and then we'll time lapse the rest.